In Lithuania, basketball is the hottest sports ticket in town. The national team has won the European Championships on 3 separate occasions and has also picked up a cluster of Olympic medals since independence. Unsurprising then, that there have been many successful Lithuanian players in the lucrative American NBA. But interest in the domestic league is still huge. Literally huge. So, hello guys. Thanks for having me in on your training session. So, basketball's pretty popular here in Lithuania, isn't it?
I would say it's our second religion, most likely.
Someone told me that. They said it is the Lithuanian religion. And so are people really, really passionate about the sport here?
Yeah, definitely. You know, all over the world, the soccer is usually the #1 sport, but over here in Lithuania, definitely kind of crisscrosses. You know, soccer goes to second place, and basketball is, everybody, you know, loves it, everybody plays it, everybody watches it, and it's just, like I said, sport #1.
Basketball's an American sport originally. Why do you think it became so popular here in Lithuania?
It's very accessible over here, I think. You know, there was a lot of courts built, and people just started following it. And, you know, they've definitely picked up the game and definitely at their position now that they've mastered it. So, you know, it's just fun to come over here and be a part of it. So.
Yeah, I'm just thinking your accent doesn't sound Lithuanian. Right?
Definitely not. No. I'm from Australia originally.
You're a foreign import.
Yeah, I'm an import over here.
So do a lot of players come and play here in the Lithuanian league?
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's a great league over here, great competition. So guys from all over the world come to play here. So I'm just one of the many.
And of course, Lithuanians have gone and played in the American league as well, haven't they?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, every year I think we have a bunch of players go, you know, play, especially, you know, in college athletics, and few of the Lithuanians have been playing in the NBA, you know, and so far, you know, like we say, you know, they represent Lithuania pretty well across, you know, across the states.
So can we shoot a few hoops? Is that the right terminology? You ready to see some English basketball skill? Here we go. Oh!
You just throw it up there, that's all you got to do.
Okay, all right. Neat. Oh dear, that was poor, that was poor. Oh yes! Oh! Oh yes! Come on! High five! Yes. A bit of slam dunk assistance. Okay, here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa! Yes! I slam dunked it with help. This spectacular strip of land is known as the Curonian Spit, a narrow sandbank that stretches along the Lithuanian coast down to Russia. Since the breakup of the Soviet Union, this has become Lithuania's tourism hotspot. The result is the growth and expansion of seaside resorts all along the coast, like Klaipėda here. This one's a little bit different. It's got a distinctly German feel to it, which perhaps is unsurprising. For large chunks of its history, it was part of Germany. The Thatchwork-style buildings are the most obvious legacy of that era. Nowadays, though, Klaipėda is firmly under Lithuania's control, and it's the country's only seaport. Ferries operate out of here to Germany and Sweden. As one of the most connected cities in the country, Klaipėda also operates as a gateway for getting up close to the fascinating sand dunes. To learn a bit more about the ecology of the area, I headed an hour down the coast to a popular fishing village called Nida and met up with local guide Matas. And so is this a traditional boat then?
These boats were traditional here from 13th century. It was one of the most popular means to travel on the water because the roads were very poor.
So we're travelling along the Spit now, and it's 100 kilometres of sand, is that right?
Yes. Actually, it's 5 cubical kilometres of sand.
So has this been the place that Lithuanians have traditionally come on holiday?
Yes, you can say so. It's the most famous resort, not only in Lithuania, but it was a famous resort in Europe, beginning 1920s, because the artists, the painters from Germany, from France, Italy were coming here to have holiday and to make some unique landscapes pictures of what they see, because the landscape was even more sandy than today.
Very nice. Thank you.
Safely back on terra firma, Matas took me to another village to try out the local delicacy, smoked fish.
Maybe 5 times. You salt it, leave it for 2 or 3 hours for the salt to get in, and then generally you smoke it in the smoker.
Okay, so he's going to smoke them in there, right?
Yes, yes. As a smoker, you smoke them for 2 or 3 hours. Yeah. Take a look. That's the smoke coming out.
It's like a sauna.
Yeah, sauna.
A fish sauna. So, Matas, I guess at one point most people around here were fishermen. Are there many left working today?
Yeah, with the time you get less and less, but truly, 100 years ago, every man was a fisherman because no other jobs were here, no agriculture, nothing. So everybody had, their kurenas, the old boat which we were traveling on, and they went fishing, of course.
Look at that.
Have a taste.
No, that's a nice bit there.
And me personally, I like most this part.
That tastes really good.
You just take and
That's a lovely
and
taste, a really nice smoky taste.
2 hours inland from Klaipėda is one of Lithuania's most iconic monuments. Thank you, Lithuanians, for this hill of crosses, which testifies to the nations of Europe and to the whole world the faith of the people of this land.
Lithuania only joined the Roman Catholic fold in the early 1400s. Fast forward a few centuries, and this spot became the most poignant place in the country, not only for Catholicism, but also for nationalism.
It was calculated that there are over 50,000 crosses on this rather modestly sized hill. Personally, I think that's a massive underestimate. The first ones were placed here in 1831, in memory of those who gave their lives in a rebellion against the Russian regime. 30 years later, and another insurgency saw the Holy Hill expand. By the turn of the 20th century, the hill had become widely regarded as a sacred place.
It was under the Soviet occupation where it played its most pivotal role. In a bid to stamp out nationalist sentiment, the Soviets would burn the wooden crosses, melt the metal ones, and smash and bury the concrete ones. Then, they'd bulldoze the hill.
But by dawn, the hill would have reappeared, covered in small crosses sticking out of the ground, much to the annoyance of the Soviet army and KGB guards. This cat-and-mouse game continued until the beginning of the final move towards independence in the late 1980s.
The hill had become a symbol of national defiance. If upright crosses were detected, then locals would lay them flat on the ground or even pin them to the floor. The Soviets became so incensed at the continued re-emergence of crosses that they would even fake epidemics so they could block roads to keep people away, and at one time planned a dam to flood the entire area.
It's not under any jurisdiction. Anyone can come here and lay a cross. Simply bring one along or purchase one locally. It's pretty poignant, from the tiniest simple wooden crosses to the tallest, most elaborate efforts. Each has an individual charm, as well as a collective significance.
It is incredibly powerful, obviously as a religious monument, but also as a symbol of Lithuanian pride and identity. And, of course, it's a growing, living monument. It can only get bigger. I've almost finished my journey around Lithuania, and I found a country that's confounded my expectations. Throughout the dark years of Soviet occupation, the people here hung on to a strong culture, identity and tradition that is still alive and well today. The Lithuanians were nature-worshipping pagans until the 15th century, and, there's still so much for a modern-day nature worshipper to enjoy. Unspoilt beauty, acres of forest, lakes, a beautiful coastline and loads of space. Or, if you're more of a city person, Vilnius is one of the most charming capitals I've been to, with a lovely old town. I've had a great time. I've eaten well and drunk a bit too well. Still, I don't want to upset the locals.
If you'd like to find out more about Lithuania, check out travel.lt. To arrange your own trip, visit airlingus.com, and for more information, it's travelchannel.co.uk. The thing I like most about Lithuania was Vilnius. It's great for a city break. It's got everything: restaurants, nightclubs, and a beautiful old town. I've been trying really hard to think about something I don't like about Lithuania, and I can't, so that's got to be good. My advice would be hire a car or get on a coach tour and try and explore all 4 capitals. As well as Vilnius, there's Trakai, Kernavė and Kaunas. Oh, and like me, why not try and get yourself abducted?